Hi, I'm Miles Bossum. Welcome to the Convergence Summit North.
There's been much talk of a north-south divide across the UK, but does this hold true in the voice and data industry? Here's a snapshot of current industry opinion.
I think our northern resellers are a canny bunch as well. I think they may be looking for some different things from our southern resellers, and we're starting to understand that, as you said, there is a demographic change between north and southern resellers. And that's quite interesting to see, because we've never really seen that before. We've never seen a regional split in what people are looking for. So that could be an interesting phenomena in years to come.
The people around this area quite often get first taste of what's going to come into the marketplace. And we've seen that actually in working with these resellers of ours in this particular area, that the customers are actually more informed quite often than they would be in the south. We're seeing more uptake now proportionately in the north than we are even in the south as regards resellers getting into this marketplace. I think they now understand that there is an opportunity there for them, and that they need to grasp it with both hands.
Traditionally, the north has been very strong for us, and our northern resellers have been very proactive and very strong, particularly in Scotland, but also in the north of England in terms of Newcastle-on-Tyne, Yorkshire. We've got really proactive resellers in the north, so that's why we're very keen to do a northern show.
I'm not sure I agree, Nick. I think a lot of the resellers are still selling mainly TDM solutions. They are definitely moving towards IP, as they rightly should do, but I think the market's moving a bit more slowly than people think, but there's no doubt at all that IP is becoming an increasing presence in our industry, and convergence is slowly taking place. I think the north is slowly prospering. I think the quality of life is a bit better. I think the resellers up here tend to be very technically competent, probably because they have to rely on their own work rather than support from the south, because so many of the manufacturers and distributors are based in the south of England, with the notable exceptions of Nimans and Rocom.
There is a lot of business up in the north. There's a lot of distribution. There's a lot of resellers, and why shouldn't there be? It's not just all business down south.
I've heard people saying in the past that resellers that sell into the north tend to sell to a less sophisticated market. I think what we've seen here has dispelled that whole theory. It's quite clear to me anyway that resellers that we currently have in the north, and indeed in Scotland, are absolutely more than capable of selling the toughest type of application sales and solution sales. Just look around Manchester now. It's a buzzing city, and lots of new technologies. I mean, we've just got to look around you. There's hotspots everywhere. There's technology staring at you in the face, and I suppose really there's great opportunities for all of the resellers in this particular area.
I think it would be too much of a generalisation to try and say the ones in the north have or haven't, and the ones in the south have or haven't. I think there are some in both areas from that point of view who either embraced it or haven't embraced it. Channel is now very much a more important part of what we do. And the fact you're now up in the north as well is great, because it coincides with a time where we can see increased opportunity in the north as a base. So we just appointed a new northern sales manager, a new northern account team to actually start working with partners in that area. We're getting a lot of opportunity out of that.
I think one of the nice things about the resellers here in the north of England is that they are quite technologically aware. And they will go for a complete solution sell rather than maybe just shifting boxes. I think there probably are differences in the approach that the resellers here in the north of England take towards the client. I think there's probably a lot less cold calling and an awful lot more referrals, where somebody, if they do a good job on one site, they're going to be referred straight into another site. So there's probably much more of a personal touch here than maybe in the south of England. The relationship is important, the networking is important, and I think it's also very important for the resellers to believe in the solution and get it right first time, because they get so much referral business that if they get it wrong, they won't be coming back.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that the northern resellers have taken on board applications. They've realised that the best way of selling is by looking at cost justification and how you can work with a company to improve their business process. There are really only two things you can do to a business. You can help them sell more product, or you can help them cut costs. And you either increase sales or cut costs. By doing so, you make more profit. By making more profit, you can show cost justification. And it's through applications that you can cost justify sales of new phone systems. I think the biggest surprise is the number of resellers that have been able to embrace IT. I firmly believe that comms and IT are converging at a very fast rate. The skills required to fit systems now are much more IT skills than are just plain general comms skills. And I've noticed talking to people, the level of IT knowledge is definitely up. The northern resellers seem very good at embracing new technology. They seem very good at identifying how to apply that technology, and in many ways are leading the field.
Thanks for visiting the Convergence Summit North. We look forward to seeing many of you at the Convergence Summit South on the 9th and 10th of October at Sandown Park, and next year in Manchester.